What up, Lou Know It? Haven't done a review for a while. Haven't done any content for a while, so figured I'd try and put up a few reviews. Sorry for the bootleg setting and everything setup, but I was trying to get some content up. So I wanted to do a Captain Marvel review for a while. I started recording one, and then I got interrupted, and then I never went back. Basically, my feelings on the movie were it was a decent movie. It was I heard one review in particular talk about how it was felt like a Phase 1 Marvel movie. So, Marvel, for those that don't know, Marvel has everything labeled. I think they're in Phase 4 or 5 now, but essentially they had their whole plan mapped out, and Phase 1 would be Iron Man 1. I'm not sure what else, but the early era. And this kind of felt like that. I mean, that's what this reviewer said, and I kind of agree, which is that this did sort of feel that way. It didn't feel like it had a lot of depth to it. It was a competent origin story. Nothing more. That said, I don't really get all the hate for it. People were ready to hate from the beginning, hard. Similarly to, it's this whole kind of pushback against the, quote unquote social justice warriors. Basically, there's kind of been a push for more diversity, going back to Oscars So White and all that stuff, and then Disney putting a female lead and a black character in Star Wars, the female reboot of Ghostbusters. Okay, so here's my thoughts on that. One, Hollywood only cares about money. So, yeah, filmmakers might have some sort of social agenda, but at the end of the day, Hollywood if Hollywood's putting $100 million plus in a movie, they're doing it because they think they can make money. So they may think, oh, this agenda there's enough people that agree with this agenda that we're going to put our money behind it. But Hollywood is not trying to push an agenda. When I say Hollywood, I mean the production companies, people that are putting the money up for these movies are not pushing an agenda. They're trying to make money. That's the bottom line. Right. So this whole they're pushing an agenda, this and that, is really, I don't think, valid. Second of all, everyone's hating on Brie Larson because she made some comments. Specifically, the comments that she made were first of all, people try and act like she's making the comments on her press tour for Captain Marvel. That's not true. She made the comments at an award for women in media, which, okay, has nothing to do with Captain Marvel, and it's specifically about women in media. And the comments she made were basically, most critics are white males, and it's disproportionate. And the one that people really took issue with was she said, I don't care what some white dude thinks about A Wrinkle in Time. Now, I think she was foolish for that for a couple reasons. One, you do care because you want your movies to do well, because otherwise you're not going to get more roles. Second of all, that movie wasn't critically well received. Wasn't critically well received. It wasn't audience well received. People didn't like that movie. It wasn't that good of a movie. Pick a movie that's was well received by audiences and shitted on by critics. But the thing is, I see the opposite. I see movies like Ghostbusters, which the critics liked and audiences didn't like. I see the critics being more on the side of progressive social justice type stuff. So I don't really get her point. That said, who cares? Just don't see the movie then. Why get so upset? White people, she's got a point in the sense that white people have been running the show. Wasn't that long ago you were getting white people in blackface to do black and Arab and Hispanic roles. So what if they're now the pendulum is swung a little bit too far the other way? You can take it if I'm a white man, I can take it. You can take it if you're a white man. And if you don't want to see the movie, don't see the movie. but don't like complain, and on my YouTube feed is filled with people complaining about it and people talking about how she's ruining the MCU and all this. This is nonsense. Okay, that out the way, to the movie itself. The movie was solid. It was enjoyable. I'm the father of a young girl. I like seeing female leads. People compared Alita to this. Alita wasn't really a strong female lead. Alita was a strong CG android that looked like a woman, but it wasn't really like, it wasn't like empowering, I don't think, for women. This movie makes it a point on, to be sort of empowering. Yeah, okay, Black Widow has more established character development, but she's also like, she plays off her looks, like she plays off being sexy. Listen, I like Scarlett Johansson, I like Black Widow, I like what they've done with the character, but as the father of a girl, like, I'm happy to see a movie like this. Even Wonder Woman, which was a dope movie, which is a better movie than Captain Marvel, without question. But even her, like, her outfit and stuff, like, she's playing off of her, her looks and her sexuality more than Captain Marvel is. So, I appreciate having a character that's like just a superhero that is a woman that's not really playing off her looks and is super powerful. That said, the movie wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was like middle of the road. So, if you're a fan of these movies, MCU, all that, like, I recommend seeing it for sure. And I like Nick Fury in it, but, overall, a little bit forgettable. So, I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Again, if you're a fan of these things, if you're waiting for Endgame, I recommend seeing it. It's got some decent, some okay action, nothing great. Like I said, Nick Fury was good in it. The stuff between them was good. But nothing like great about it. So like the stuff between her and Nick Fury was cool. I like that. They played well off each other. Jude Law was underused. Good actor. Wasn't really memorable. She was good in it. Brie Larson, like, it wasn't, people were complaining about stone face, this and that, and she was good in it. She did, like, she captured the character that they wanted, their version of Captain Marvel. I think she did a good job capturing it. Some cool action. So yeah, overall, like, it was a solid movie, just not like amazing. So, and getting way too much hate. And it's gonna make like $1 million, so she didn't ruin anything for anybody. So yeah, it could have been a lot better, could have been a lot worse. I recommend seeing it if you're a fan of like the comic movies and you're getting ready for Endgame, and But like if you're kind of in the middle of the road, then you could probably skip this one. And it also doesn't tie in with Endgame so much that you could skip this and still be fine for Endgame. So. That's my take on Captain Marvel. I'm about to do a couple more reviews. I've seen a bunch of movies recently, so I'm gonna do a bunch of like real quick reviews of everything. I just saw Hellboy and Missing Link last night. Last weekend I saw Pet Sematary and Shazam. So I'm gonna try and hit up some new reviews. Captain Marvel, 7 out of 10, maybe like 6.5 out of 10, maybe. That's it. Peace. Oh.